Welcome to the Bill Walsh School of Passing, where I'm going to teach you the principles and ideas that helped the West Coast offense change the way football was played forever. The first thing that set this offense apart is they pass the ball early and often, and we will do the same. This allows us to dictate the game, get creative, and play the game on our terms. Now, even though we are passing a ton, the backbone of this attack is a quick underneath pass game. We want high completion percentage plays that gain easy yards. The timing and rhythm passing game is gonna allow us to get these easy completions. We want to get to the back of our drop and we want the ball to come out to the open receiver. In this video, we are going to be covering the different drops in this scheme, the 3, 5, and 7-step drops. And then after that, we're going to look at triangle reads and how they can transform your passing game and make it almost impossible to stop. Then because we are always throwing to open areas of the field that the D is giving us, and because we are playing in rhythm with anticipation, this will allow us tremendous run after the catch opportunities where we can get the ball into a playmaker's hands in space and let them make plays. Now, starting with the 3-step drop, this is a super quick passing concept where we know we can get quick and easy yards based on defensive alignment or coverage. These will be free yards that the defense gives us and will be a large portion of our ball control offense and can be a great substitution for a run game. And then for our 3-step drops, we will actually have 2 variations, with a quick 3-step drop and is a 1-2 read reading off a single defender. Then we have our 3-step drop with a hitch. For this, we have a little more time and we can have a quick 1-2 to 3 read. We'll look at the quick 3-step drop first and at the slants concept. Now, this is one of the most common plays in a West Coast O and will work great against a cover 4 or a cover 3D. This is going to be a quick 3 steps, so when you get to the back of the drop, the ball must come out. For this play, we will key in on the flat defender and read him. If he drops back, you can just throw the flat route right away. Then if the flat defender goes down to the flat, it'll open up a pocket for the slant. Next, we'll look at the play slot post, and this will be more of a 3-step with a hitch concept. So on this play, we'll have an out route to the wide side, and this will be our first read. This is great against a 1 high safety look. For this read, you must throw right when you hit your back foot. Then you will just fire it out. Now, if that isn't there, this is where the hitch comes into play. We can hold the ball for half a second longer and look to the post. Once he clears the hook defender underneath, you can fire it in. Now, if we get to the back of our drop and we see the post is covered also, then we can check down to the drag on this play. And then if you want to unlock even more of this offense and take it to the next level, you need to check out my website, Scheme Kings. Up today, I'll be breaking down the setups and more of the in-depth reads for all the passing plays you are going to see in the video today, and we have a ton more up on the site for this West Coast offense, making it one of the best passing schemes in all of Madden. So if you want to check out Scheme Kings, I'll leave a link down in the description below, and then you can use the code WEST at checkout for 50% off of your first month. Now, this is the last sale of the year and it runs till tomorrow. Now, for our 5-step drop, this is our timing rhythm pass game designed to sync up the routes the receivers run with the QB drop back. These plays will attack short, but will also have routes attacking the intermediate area of the field from 12 to 18 yards. Then for their 5 steps, we will also have 2 variations of the drop back. We'll have a quick 5-step, which has us releasing the ball as we get to the back of our drop. Then we will have a big 5-step that we will get a little deeper into our set and let the play develop, then throw. So we'll look at the quick 5-step first, and the play we are going with is curls. This can also be referred to as curl flat or hank, and this is a great way to attack cover 3 and cover 4. We want to get back in our drop and you want to read the flat defender. If he bites down on the tight end or the running back, then you can just fire it into the curl as you hit your 5th step. Then if the flat defender is staying deep under the curl, then you can just fire it into the flat route underneath when you hit your back foot. Then in this variation of the play, we have a post over the middle that can be a great option if they switch to man coverage, or as a hitter in front of the safety if they're playing Mabel coverages on the outside. Next, we'll be looking at the play tight end post, and this is a big 5-step drop, and this play attacks all zone coverage. For this play, we want to get into our drop, and we're looking at the deep corner route first. As we settle deep in our drop, if the flat defender stays shallow, you can fire this route in over the top. Then if the flat defender stays deep with the corner route, and if the user comes down on the drag, then you can throw the tight end over the middle of the field. Then if we get into our drop and everything is taken away deeper down the field, you can check it down to the drag underneath. Just because it is a 5-step drop, we don't have to force the ball deeper down down the field. Then the 7-step drop is where we can get our chunk plays and really push the ball deep down the field. We'll have deep developing routes down the field, and we want to use this once in a while to keep the defense honest. We always want to have at least a 6-man protection for these concepts because they take time to develop down the field. These will include our deep 1-play touchdowns like our cover 3 and cover 2 bombs. Now the first play we're looking at is PA deep in. For this play, as we drop back, we are really wanting for our tight end to clear open deep. We want to sit back in our drop and let the play develop, and once we hit the back of our drop, he will clear the linebackers and we can fire it in for a big gain. Then if the user runs with the tight end, or if they have super deep zone drop set, then you can look to the dig over the middle or the drag and take whichever one is there. Next, we're looking at the play inside cross, and this is our 1-play touchdown. Once again, for this play, we need to wait for the deep cross to get open down the field, so we really want to settle in our drop and let the play develop. Then you can fire it in over the top for a deep 1-play bomb. Now we are going to examine triangle reads and how we can use them to win in the passing game, no matter what coverage the defense is in. Now before Walsh and the West Coast offense, there was generally 2 ways to attack a zone coverage. There was a vertical stretch like a flood concept where you put a defender in a bind high and low, or there's a horizontal stretch from a concept like curls where you put the underneath defenders in a bind to either side of them. But both of these ways of attack can be taken away with certain coverage shells. But now we can make our plays coverage proof by turning our concepts into triangles. This combines a vertical and a horizontal stretch, putting the defenders in no-win situations no matter what coverage they are in. These triangles also give us an advantage because instead of having to lock into one receiver and reading off him, we can look to the middle of the triangle and we can see which one of our 3 receivers will be open and then fire it into the open player. Now the first play we're looking at is Z spot, but this concept is often referred to as snag. On this play, we'll have a spot route and a flat route, putting a horizontal stretch on the flat defender and the user. Then a corner route, putting a vertical stretch on the deep blue defender and the underneath coverage. This is great against a cover 3 look, and you can just throw to the open underneath player, whether it is the flat route to the running back or the spot route to the receiver over the middle. But then against cover 2, we'll have a vertical stretch and we can high-low the flat defender, and if he bites down, then we can throw the corner route in vertically behind him. Next, we're looking at the play Y post. This is going to give us a triangle read over the middle of the field, but this time between our Texas route from the running back and the drag underneath. These will be a horizontal stretch, then we'll have the tight end on the post for a vertical stretch. This will give us an easy read over the middle, and here, looking at the middle of our triangle, we see our Texas route open and we can fire it in. Then if we see the vertical stretch underneath is holding the hook defenders down, then you can fire the post in over their head for a big gain. Now we are going back to the play tight end post. On this play, we will have 2 vertical receivers with the post and the corner route, then 1 underneath route with the drag. Now we will have a deep horizontal stretch, putting the deep coverage in a bind between our corner route and our tight end on the post. We can throw the corner route in behind the flat defender, or we can fire it into the deep post from the tight end if the vertical stretch on the hook keeps them shallow, or if the vertical stretch pulls them deep underneath the tight end, then we can just check it down to the drag underneath for easy yards. Now, if you want to learn how to run a complete formation in this West Coast scheme that is going to allow you to take advantage of all the passing skills you learned today, you need to check out this video right here.